William, you had a very strong August. Deliveries for NIO were up 100% year on year. Can that pace of deliveries be sustained, do you think?
事实上来讲，我们7月份、8月份的 demand
In fact, demand in July and August was even stronger than actual deliveries.
Wow, people. NIO stock surpassed all-time highs on Thursday, dropped a couple percent on Friday to $30.5, but at the time of this video, we are seeing crazy rallies in the stock, as it is up to $33, more than 8% up since Friday. The stock seems invincible right now, so let's go over why this happened and what I think investors should be doing right now when it comes to NIO. Is it still a buy, or is it finally time to relax a bit and wait for a pullback? If you are new here, my name is Sam and welcome to the channel. If you found this valuable, please press that like button, it will help out my channel a lot. Also subscribe if you want to see more updates on these companies. An overwhelming majority of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so it would be awesome if we could change that. Now back to NIO. As you might know at this point, the most recent run-up on Thursday was supported by the 5,000 vehicles manufactured in October announcement, which was a big record. But along with this announcement, NIO also got a contract with the Chinese government to provide them with vehicles, and positive reactions from the analysts led to investors just buying into the stock and increasing its price. But just a couple hours ago, another great piece of news just came out for NIO. Remember when I said that NIO produced 5,000 vehicles in October? Well, they delivered 5,055 vehicles that same month. This is overcapacity. In the intro of the video, you can see how NIO CEO William Li says that they have a hard time to keep up with demand. Obviously a very bold statement. But it turns out that they actually are struggling with demand, which is just crazy for the company. Really good news. And considering the fact that despite the record production capacity, they still delivered more than they produced this past month, and every month they keep setting new records. The deliveries made this October was more than double the amount of deliveries made in October of 2019. And in total, they have delivered 31,430 vehicles so far in 2020, which is a 111% increase from last year. Obviously, these are very good news, as they seem to keep up with the hype status they have right now with constant new records. And this is very much reflected in the recent stock rally we have seen, as at the time of this video, as I said earlier, the stock is up to $33. Apart from this, we have another great piece of news regarding NIO. I'm not sure how much this has been noticed by the market, it's impossible to say, but according to a report by a Chinese media outlet, NIO is right now in the process of setting up an overseas division, codenamed the Marco Polo Project, with the intention of selling its models in Europe. This report cited sources close to NIO, saying that the first overseas NIO house could be in Copenhagen in Denmark. NIO already has an export business team, which has recently deployed many staff members and plans to sell 7,000 ES8 and ES6 models there in 2 years, another person close to NIO said. He also added that the core of NIO's export business is service-oriented, including one-touch power-ups. And the codename Marco Polo Project refers to the traveler and merchant Marco Polo, and has the implication that NIO will be leading in Chinese automakers to open up the new energy market in Europe. Very cool, as this would be a massive step forward for the company. Also, according to the report, the Marco Polo project may be headed by Chen, who was formerly in charge of sales at BMW Mini East and also served as NIO's Senior Director of Sales and Management. In November of 2019, he was named Vice President of Sales for Lincoln China, and in 2020 he returned to NIO, where he reportedly continued in his previous role in being in charge of the offshore projects, reporting directly to NIO co-founder Qin Li Hong. NIO CEO, founder and chairman William Li said in August that the company plans to venture into other markets starting in the second half of next year. And in August 20th, he said, "We hope we can begin making some preliminary attempts in some countries that are more welcome to electric vehicles in the second half of the next year," while he launched the long-awaited BAS, Battery as a Service rental service. Li also said that the company hopes to begin with Europe, and preparations are already underway to enter major global markets by 2023 and 2024, which seems to be consistent with this recent report we just read. And it seems like they will start with Norway, as they consider it being welcoming to electric vehicles. and Denmark also. And I wouldn't say that they are wrong in that, since as of September of 2020, Norway's penetration of new energy vehicles had reached 82%, which is of its highest in Europe and well above the 30% penetration of new energy vehicles in major European countries. So as you see, there are obviously so much good stuff coming out for NIO, and investors might want to just impulse buy the stock in this very moment. But would I do it? First, we need to keep in mind that this is not a risk-free stock. It operates on a very turbulent EV market, with new companies coming and going at a rapid pace. But it is still obviously a very lucrative market to get into, since at least in my personal opinion, electric vehicles are here to stay and slowly take over the entire automobile market. And the only question is which companies will be on top when the smoke finally clears. I personally think that they have a very good chance of making it in the long term, and it is fine with me that they are yet to still turn a profit, since I'm in it for the long run. It is also, after all, a Chinese company, and we have no real way to verify what is going on inside the NIO factory. And while there is always the possibility that some crazy scandal about NIO comes out, I don't think that very small possibility should be impacting an investor's decision to go into NIO or not. And as long as you have a nice, well-diversified portfolio, you shouldn't be worried. In fact, I could argue that it is almost positive to buy NIO in that case, as it would diversify your portfolio even further to own shares in a company that operates as far away as China, therefore making yourself not as sensitive to the US market, for example. So would I buy NIO right now at $34? If I didn't already have a nice amount of NIO shares, yes I would. I would, however, not put all my money into the stock at once, since there is a chance that we are due for a healthy correction in the stock. And as you never know when this might happen, I think it is the best approach to buy NIO shares over a longer time period and maybe buy some more when the share dips down. I would, however, never want to be one of those guys who just keeps on waiting for a stock to go down before buying any of it. I think that is greedy and usually leads to disappointment when you just keep on waiting only to realize that you have missed out on 100% in returns. But in summary, I don't think you can go wrong if you are buying NIO for the long term. I think it's gonna be worth more in a year than it is worth today, regardless of the crazy rally we have seen recently. A $40 target for the summer is absolutely not far-fetched, and on the longer term, I wouldn't be surprised if we reach $100. And with that, I conclude today's video. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a like. I would love it for this video to reach out to more people, educate more people about NIO, and giving it a like helps with that immensely. Also subscribe if you want to see more similar content, and I will make sure to provide more updates for you. Again, there are more than 90% of you watching who are not subscribed, so if you watched all the way to the end, then make sure to do so. I would be over the moon if we could reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, and I appreciate you fellow investors a lot for the recent support I have gotten. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.